Biology 210, this is Joy Colley. I wanted to go over a little bit of information about the final exam and how to calculate your grades going into the final, since I've gotten a couple of questions and emails about that information specifically. So just kind of wanted to walk you through how this is going to work. First of all, the exam is scheduled for Tuesday, April 28th. That is the same date that was originally scheduled at the beginning of the semester before we went to the online forum, so that's consistent. I'm going to make the exam available all day, so that's going to be 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I'm going to give you 2.5 hours to take this exam. I don't know that you'll need that full time, but that's going to be your maximum. So you need to find a time on the 28th between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. to take that exam. And what you'll see on Blackboard now Blackboard is not my official gradebook, but what you're going to see up there is your lowest lab quiz has been dropped. It should display the word exempt on Blackboard. That's an indication that that's not being calculated into your overall average. So what that does is give you, and Blackboard displays a lot of things. It gives you individual assignments, your tests, your practicals, your quizzes. It also calculates your percentage value. You've probably been monitoring that throughout the semester. But what I'm going to concentrate on right now is the total number of points that you've earned on Blackboard. So there's a display column called total on Blackboard, and that indicates every single point you've earned so far. So that's a combination of all the points in lab and all the points in lecture, everything in one pile. I'm going to reference that total point value in calculating your average moving forward. So here's how it works. I take all the points that you've accumulated. I offer 1,000 points over the course of the semester. And I'm going to take the total points on Blackboard. That's what you already have earned going into the final, plus your final exam score. Now the final exam is a 200-point exam. Most of our lecture exams this semester have been 100 points, but your final exam is with 200. So to calculate your final grade, I take how many points you already have. I add how many out of the 200 you earn on the final, and then you see this breakdown. If your total point value, what you have now and what you earn on the final, is more than 900 points, 900 out of 1,000 is a 90%, and you've earned an A. If you end up in the 800s, you earn a B. If you end up in the 700s, you earn a C, and anything less than 700 total points overall this semester, what you already have earned plus what you earned on the final exam out of 200 is not a passing course, so not a passing grade. So students always want to know, okay, at this point in time, going into the final, can I still make an A? Can I still pass the course? So here's what we do with the math. And we are going to do a little sample calculation for you. So I'm always happy to go over your individual numbers with me. Just email me and we can work it through. But I'm going to do a sample calculation in a minute just so you can make sure you're comfortable. So what you're going to do is take how many points you've earned so far this semester. Once again, that's the total value on Blackboard. And you're going to add to that the maximum number that you can earn on the final, which is 200. So how many you already have, plus best case scenario, 100%, 200 points on the final. If that number puts you above a 900, it is possible for you to make an A this semester. If that number ends up in the 800s, it's a B. 700s, it's possible to make a C. So this is just telling you maximum. What's the best I can do? So say you learn, okay, I can make an A, I can make a C, I can pass the course. Then the next logical question is, specifically, how many points do I need to get on my final exam? Once again, the final is out of 200 points. So if you determine it is possible to make an A, here's what you do. 900 points, that's the minimum for an A. You subtract how many points you've already earned. That's going to be the total that's currently displayed on Blackboard. Whatever that value is going to be the number out of 200 that you need to earn an A. If you are shooting for a B, 800 minus the total number you already have, that's how many points you need out of 200 on the final. 700 minus how many you have right now is the number of points that you need to make a C. So let's do a little sample calculation. Just say that the total displayed on Blackboard, total number of points when we add everything together in this sample is 675. First thing I want to know is what's the best I can do. So I'm going to add 200 to that number. 675 plus 200, 875. So I end up in the 800s. That tells me I cannot make an A. There are not enough points out there to put me in the 900s, but there are enough points to make a B. So now I'm saying, okay, I can make a B. So then what do I need to do on the final exam in order to earn that B? So I take the minimum number for B, 800. I subtract what I already have, 675 in this example, and that tells me that I need 125 points out of 200 on the final exam to earn that B. So that's just a little sample there. Now, let's talk about the exam itself. It's a 200-point exam. It's cumulative, but not all the way back to the beginning of the semester. It just covers the body systems. So that's going to be chapters 5 through 17. That's the integumentary through the last of our nervous chapters, the autonomic nervous system. I anticipate that this exam will be about 75 questions. And once again, I'm giving you 2.5 hours to complete it, which should be plenty of time. So what type of questions can you expect? Very similar to what you saw in the online exam. Number 4, you're going to have similar question types. So you'll have some matching, some true, false, there's some more matching. You'll have some more matching. You'll have some multiple choice questions, I think is what I meant for that one. And then you'll have some that you actually have to type in, like fill in questions, name the term for, give an example of, and you're typing it in. I might also ask you some short answer questions where I give you a paragraph or so, and you're typing in a sentence, 2 or 3 sentences to complete the answer to that question. So once again, very similar to the last exam that you had up online, just a few more questions for this cumulative final. Now there's good news. There's lots of review material up online for you. I just want to remind you, in the Study Guides lecture folder, it's been there all semester long, I went ahead and reposted all the quick reviews for the semester. So if you want to go back and look at the integumentary system or the skeletal system or brush up on chapter 10, all of that's available. There is a new dedicated final exam review, and it's like 100 questions. So it's like 4 pages total of questions. Those are all new and just give you an opportunity to answer some additional things. I also put up there, since I like the AKAs, I should patent this, the AKAs Gone Wild. I just have a whole sheet of AKAs, just another way of reinforcing the totality of the material that you're responsible for. And as always, if you have a specific question or concern, I am available. Just email me and I'll help you out. Okay, good luck on your final exam.